The Requiem gear system is complex, with a lot of different keybinds. For the sake of this video, I'm going to go over all of them and what they do. One of the most common ones, G, will play an animation. Upon its completion, you will see how much gas is currently in your tank, as well as the gear condition. You can refill your gas by walking up to a gas refill station. Press E to take gas from the canister. You can also see a supply. This is how much gas is readily available within the refill station. You can then hold E. Take note of the dial in the top left. Careful not to hit the red, otherwise you will explode. Unlike gas, there's not a single button that you can press in order to see how many blades you have. Instead, it's a physical model. You can see the gearboxes on my character. Within them are where your blades would be slotted. As of right now, I have none. I can walk up to a blade refill station and press E. Upon doing so, my character will take blades from the box. You can now see that I have blades within my model. Shoot your hooks out, press E or Q. While you're in the air, you can hold space in order to gas. Beyond just regular hooking, there are a lot of additional keys that you can press. For example, while you're in the air grappling, you can press Control. Upon doing so, you'll drop all momentum and slack. Additionally, you can hold left shift in order to begin reeling. Something to note is that as you progress, your controls for your gear may change. For example, there are a bunch of enchantments known as the shift enchantments. You have upshift, airshift, and downshift. More on what enchantments are in another video. In the meantime, upshift will allow you to double tap space while you're in the air in order to shoot yourself upward. Airshift will allow you to double tap any of your movement keys to dash in that direction. And finally, downshift will allow you to double tap shift in order to launch yourself downwards. Like so. Now comes the fun stuff, combat. The Requiem combat is very different compared to other games. For starters, the combat has parrying and clashing. You can press F in order to block. You'll notice that it's a small window. This is your parry window. If another player hits you while you're blocking, they will get stunned. And here's an example of what parrying looks like. And here's what it looks like from the other perspective, where you are the one being parried. Clashing is a mechanic where when two people swing, they end up hitting each other's blades mid-air. One of the last major features of the Requiem gear system is the upgrading and tinkering station. Recall back to earlier when I pressed G. What you'll see is that the bottom dialogue option is your current gear health. By upgrading my gear, I can increase the total amount of damage that it can take. Upgrades can also do different things. For example, when I go to the tinkering station and upgrade my ejector, what I'm actually upgrading is the power and speed of it. By clicking upgrade ejector, I can open the dropdown, which shows my overall ejector level. You can see that by upgrading my ejector, it upgrades all modifiers and reduces the drawbacks outlined in the tinkers. Well, the tinkers are these two options down here, power and speed. What you'll notice is that currently my gear is level 1 out of 5. This is where Gen 2 and 3 come in. For example, when I get Gen 2 gear, the maximum level may increase from 5 to, say, 6 or 7. I can then click my power, which is a tinker, and I can increase the slider. Upon doing so, you'll notice that there are pros and cons, or drawbacks.